This time around, we're just going to round up the topic that we've been discussing on algebraic processes, looking at the subtopic, change of subject formula. Again, it's not something that I expect to be strange to you. I know that since your junior secondary school days, you've been doing works like this. But let us take an example. The example here says we should make x the subject. We should make x the subject of the formula. And what is the formula we are given? We are given p equals 1 over 2 square root of a squared minus x squared. I know you remember this formula from physics. But in any case, whenever you are asked to make any term the subject of formula, what it simply means is that you should isolate that term from that equation and make sure it is standing alone on one side of the equation. Like in this equation, you can see that b is the subject of this equation. So all we are going to be doing is to try to reverse every single thing that binds this side of this equation together so that we can isolate x from this side of the equation. Normally, I tell my students to imagine themselves that they are some kind of commandos and they've been sent to rescue X. X is the good guy and he's held in some kind of very intricate prison, and you are to rescue X from this prison and make sure that he's standing alone. All you need to do is to look at the first guy that is guarding the prison. The guy outside the main prison here is 1 over 2, and we're going to eliminate this guy. How do we do that? We will multiply both sides by 2, because if we do, 2 times 1 over 2 is going to give us 1, which means the term we're going to be left with here is simply square root of a squared minus x squared. When we do that, we're going to get 2b to be equals to square root of a squared minus x squared. Next, we're going to be looking at the square root. The square root is the one housing both a squared and x squared. Okay? So we are going to be doing the reverse of the square root, which means we are squaring both sides. And when we square, we are going to have 2b raised to power 2 to be equals to the square root of